Hey guys, what is up? We are back with part 2 of the legendary Pokemon tier list, and as you can see, I have what was remaining in part 1. We got Dialga leading the pack at top of S tier, got some dogs at S, a bunch of A plus tier, some A tier Pokemon, and then everything kind of falls off a little bit going on there. But if you want to know what I think of each of the Pokemon I rank, make sure you check out part 1. I'll link it in the end of the video. But we're gonna get into it and start part 2 today. We start with Xerneas. I'm taking Xerneas. Xerneas is pretty cool, pretty elegant. I do like how they introduced a fairy legendary when fairy was created. So I'm gonna give it an A tier above the Landorus Therian form. Then we move with Mewtwo. I want to say this is Y. I could be wrong. I'm gonna say A. I think it's cool. I do think that switching its special attack and attack stats pretty nifty idea, but I don't think it warrants. I think normal Mewtwo looks a little bit cooler. And then we go Mewtwo 3. Yeah, no, Mew 3 is what a lot of people thought when this Pokemon came out. Really powerful Pokemon. I'm gonna go. It's a cool design. I'm gonna put it A+. I'm gonna put it right behind Mega Rayquaza. Like terrifying in battle. But again, I think that a traditional Mewtwo was almost, it's hard to beat it. It would be hard to improve on Mewtwo's design. We got Mew. We got the father of all non-legendary Pokemon. And we're gonna go with, it's original. It's classic. We're going A tier. I do like it. It's basic, but as Pokemon have grown and grown, Pokemon have gotten cooler and cooler. That's all I gotta say. Yveltal. Nope, that is Zygarde. I want Yveltal. Put it A tier. I think we put A tier above. I like it more than Xerneas. I think the red and black color scheme is pretty cool. Actually, it makes me want to put it even higher. I kind of like it more than Mega Rayquaza. I think it 3 hands is pretty cool design, and it's just if a Pokemon was supposed to be the Guardian of Death, I think it does a good job of that. Zygarde Doggo form, just a good boy. He's going at A. Okay, not as powerful as it could be, but it is a Zygarde, so I do like it. Zygarde's second form, or its main form, the one that we first see it at, I like it more than Xerneas. I do because of the green and black. The green and black is just a cool color scheme. It's a nice little slug Pokemon. Wish it would have got more story behind it, but it's okay. Or at least in its own generation, wish it would have got more story than important. And then we go Perfect Cell. Put that at A+, just because I like the Pokemon that mimic Dragon Ball are some of my favorites, so we're gonna put it at A+. Diancie is just a rock. I'm not. And Mega Diancie, is a shiny rock, but I don't think this Pokemon looks that good, in my opinion. Something about it just isn't for me. Obviously, I guess it's caters to more of a female audience due to the fact that it's got the diamond look to it. Hoopa, basic Hoopa is kind of a C tier. I'm gonna put it behind Fluttermane. Kind of voice in the anime, kind of annoying, but Hoopa Unbound, terrifying. And like I said, if it looks like it could take out half humanity, and like I said this in the last episode, if it looks like it can take out half humanity in one punch, then that Pokemon deserves to be an S tier. Volcanion, another Pokemon actually, when I saw this, I was like, what is that? But maybe if it had more backstory behind it and Gen 6 wasn't such a catastrophe in terms of story and plot, then it would be a higher tier, but it's not, so it doesn't get that. And we move on to, I think, the Generation 7 stuff, which is mostly Ultra Beast, but Soul Valley and what are these Pokemon? I don't even remember. I know its ability is RKS. Savali is this type null, and Savali F minus, man. Why? I do not like the fact that I don't even think they're they might be legendaries, but his evolution is just his mask comes off. I think that's stupid. It's not an evolution. It should be the same Pokemon in just different forms. If that was the case, it would probably be up, and even then it's an amalgamation of parts, so I get it's weird. It's supposed to be like a man-made Arceus, obviously, but yeah, I'm gonna go an F minus. Lazy, let's make 2 Pokemon. That's actually 1. Yeah. Okay. Tapu Koko, pretty cool actually. I like it. I'm gonna put it in. I like it more than Keldeo. I like it. Let's go. I'm like the color scheme. It is pretty. I like the colors. Let's put it here. Let's put it right there. I like that a lot. I like it the color scheme so much that I'm gonna put it in B tier. And the fact that like the totems are kind of a cool concept in terms of like if they came together to make one big totem. But you know, it's one of my favorites. I'm going. But the other ones are a little bit fall flat. The colors don't work, or its face, its color scheme. They don't look like they protect an island. They just look like a little bit, like at least Tapu was it Tapu Lele, I think maybe. Tapu Bulu looks like he hits the gym frequently, so I'm down with it. He can be in B tier right next to Tapu Koko, and then Tapu Fini is it's not kind of look at that. It looks right next to Keldeo, yeah. I don't explain it. It looks like it could do some protecting, but also like it doesn't want to protect. Raikou is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. That goes top. He's a good boy. You know, he does the saber-tooth aspect correct. Where Xian Pao is like, kind of correct maybe. I'd tell you about top A tier. F. Don't like him. Maybe it's well, okay. First off, Cosmog. Let's make it D. Cosmog is just annoying in the story of the game, so I don't like. I get that they're building up to him being an all-powerful Pokemon. What? Too much of it. Too much. Cosmoem is just stupid. Why is that even a Pokemon? Get rid of it. F tier. Maybe F minus. Honestly, F minus. It's bad. But they're evolutions now. No, I'm not hating on the evolutions because of them. Lunala, right next to Perfect Cell. No. Yeah. And Solgaleo, not as high, but also it's cool. I think the Lunala space theme just is cooler than the White Lion, which I don't know. I feel like maybe it's hard. I feel like we haven't gotten the definitive lion Pokemon yet. Like, we've got two of them now, but definitively the coolest lion Pokemon, I don't know. I think Pokemon can do better. I feel like Pyro is not enough. Solgaleo's too much. There's something there. There's something there. Get away from the orange aspect, maybe. Let's make like a dark lion. Let's see what we could do, but something's there. They just haven't found it yet. Now, let's just put Ultra Beast where they go, you know? Well, there's that one. There's that one. Here's that one. There's that one. We'll put you there. There's that one. Any more Ultra Beasts that I'm missing that are like, oh yeah, there's that one. There's that one. Okay. All those Ultra Beasts that I just put in there I get that they're supposed to look weird, man. I get it. But like, if I wanted to play Digimon, I would have just played Digimon, okay? I don't want to play Digimon. I want to play Pokemon. Give me Pokemon, okay? That's all I got to say about that. That's what these Ultra Beasts remind me of. Now, Buzzwole, he hits the gym. I hit the gym. Looks like he could bench an even 315 at least. So I'm going to put it at S. He's got to be. He's got to be benching planets. Kartana looks like a Pokemon and is I do like its sleek design. I'm going to put it in A+ tier right in front of Solgaleo. Something about him is just cool to me. I like the origami aspect. I think it's a cool Pokemon. Just say. Entei, the eruptor of volcanoes. We're gonna go A+ tier. We're gonna go back to the A+ tier. I mean, I think there's something, the movie I think is what really puts Entei in a position of power. And I think Entei is just a cool Pokemon to have. It's shiny, really good. Necrozma, it looks pretty. Even though it can wipe out the world, it doesn't look like it can as much as others. I'm going to put it at A tier. Behind Groudon. I think the dark color scheme, it's hard to see right here, but it's just one color. I think there's a lot going on, but it's cool. Almost looks like a Galicia pod that absorbed too much light, you know what I mean? And then I think the different forms in Necrozma. The Solgaleo one looks a little goofy. I'm going to put it behind Arceus. Something about it, I think the arms that he gets are just kind of weird. But I do think the Lunala one looks a little cooler and a little more terrifying. And the glowing blue, I think it works well. I'm going to put it at A+ here at the back of it. And then we go Ultra Necrozma, whereas this is probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest fight in all of the Pokemon games. It's not incredibly good in my opinion. So we're going to put it at B2. Now we move to Magearna. We're going to go, it doesn't deserve it. It's a B tier Pokemon. It's just not, it doesn't fit me. I can see how some people like it. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know why its shiny form's on here. Shiny form is actually pretty cool. If we're going to do the shiny form, I'm going to give it a B because it mimics that Pokeball style, so I like that. Marshadow, cute little dude, terrifying little dude, very powerful little dude. I'm going to give it A tier. I do like Porple and Naganadel quite a bit. We're going to go A tier. We're going to go above Cobalion. And then Naganadel, go above Arceus. I think part of me wants to say they look like turkey basters, because they do, and I think that's hilarious. So I like that. I think they pull off turkey baster well. They're also pretty terrifying wasp, so I'm gonna give it a nice A tier. Zeraora. Again, if I want to play Digimon, I would, but this one does it a little bit better. It's like a Lucario, but when I saw this, I was like, that's a Pokemon? Like, when did this become a Pokemon? I'm gonna put it B tier. Suicune can reach the top of the dogs, but barely, man. I mean, I like its elegancy, but barely. The blue and the purple work well, putting Suicune right above Entei. But Entei could make a push one day for it. Maybe it's Mary Baby's Paradox form. Who knows? We're going with this is Meltan. Ditto with a nut on top of it. I do like how they incorporated Pokemon Go into the Pokemon world, so I'm gonna give it a B. I do like that a lot, and Melmetal is just cool as well. I think Melmetal looks fierce and powerful. It almost looks like an anime character that is strong at one point and then gets outclassed pretty quickly, but still every now and then can come in clutch in a situation. That's how I'm gonna talk about Melmetal. And then Gigantamax Melmetal. I mean, it's just big Melmetal. Don't know why they put the Gigantamax form in here. I guess he did get a Jermaine. Okay. C. I don't know. I guess. I don't have much to say about it. The dog forms, I think that. I guess these are wolves, which is cool. Them without their stuff on, obviously, is gonna go lower. The colors are cool, but they're obviously not as cool as when they get their weapons and shield. I think this is Zamazenta. Zamazenta, the dog with the shield is pretty cool. I like the blue-red color scheme, really cool. I like it a lot. But again, I'm more of an offense wins games, not a defense guy. So Zacian, its ability, its sword, it has to go an A+ at least. We're gonna put it right in front of Darkrai. The sword, it's Trunks from Dragon Ball is what I'll nickname all of mine Trunks. Its ability is crazy, and I'm all for it. Eternatus, the darkest day Pokemon. I'm gonna put it in mid B. I'm gonna put it behind Zamazenta. Something about it is just not it for me. I don't know. I mean, it's a skeleton with energy is what it is. I don't know. Something about it is it's cool looking. The colors work well, and I like it a lot. But then something's like holding it back from being even cooler. Maybe it doesn't have any personality behind it, and that's probably why I don't like it. And then the giant hand form, that one kind of falls flat. But it is the highest base stat total Pokemon in the game, even though you can never obtain it by a whole bunch. So I'm gonna put it C. Kubfu, or this is Kubfu. Ursa, I don't remember what the bears' names are. This guy's got a little spunk to him. Got a little spunk. He's ready to take down some foes, even though he's not powerful enough to do so yet. And then it's not Ursaring. God, I can't remember the fighting bears' names. They're cool as heck, dude. I'm gonna put them above the iron Pokemon. I think that a bear that knows Kung Fu or Karate, awesome. This Gigantamax form, going mid A tier at least. The red with the white, love it. That's just crazy. The other form doesn't look as cool. I'm gonna put it C. It's not my favorite. I like the red form. I think this is the water form, and this is the the dark form, I'm not sure though. I'm not too positive on this. And then its Gigantamax form has too much blue. I think the more red or the more white and like with just a little bit less red accents work better, or maybe it's just its stance. I don't know, but I think the red one works better than what the blue one does. If the blue one had less blue, I think it would look a lot better. And then we got Zarud, grass dark monkey maybe. It might not be grass, but it looks like it's grass, and I do like the monkey aspect or a chupacabra aspect of this. I think that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. Is that it's shiny? I'm not sure what that is. Huh. Regieleki, dude. Regielecky's pretty sweet. I do like that, fast boy, and it hits pretty hard. And that they added more Reggies. It's a little bit weird that too. I guess if Hoenn, but that the story I feel gets muddled when they add more Reggies, but still cool. Regidraco though is kind of dumb. Like the other ones were like, you know what? I'm putting him lower. The other ones were like, oh, here's these organic mantles that we could make golems out of. But then it's like dragon types are like, it's not an organic thing. It's like dragon type is dragons. They're dragon type because they are dragons or have some kind of dragon aspect to them. There's nothing like dragon isn't like an organic material that you can harness and put into a golem. So I'm confused as to how. I guess they could just put dragon essence into something, but it doesn't work. I don't like it as much as the other ones. Now, the goat of all legendaries, Lugia, gets to sit up with Dialga at S+, but it's above Dialga by a mile. It's my favorite legendary, hands down. Something about it, I mean, it's simple, it's elegant, and takes hits, and it won me my Soul Silver playthrough. If I wouldn't have had it, I wouldn't have beat Red, is all I'm saying. The Galarian birds, I think, are all relatively the same and all better than their counterparts. All better than their counterparts. And I think Arcuno's probably my least favorite. Zapdos being a Roadrunner is pretty hilarious. And then Moltres got a much needed upgrade. I think this one can sit up with the Cure. Like, look, that looks like they belong together. They're just much needed upgrades. I do like them a lot. Oh, the horses. Horses may be good, but and Calyrex. I mean, I'm not a fan of these Pokemon. Like the horses by themselves are goofy looking. The ghost one's not terrible. Calyrex looks ridiculous, and then his forms is just him on top of the horses. The fact that again it's a separate Pokemon. It's not that one's not even fusion. That one's just like, oh, we could fight together. When there's multiple Pokemon in the game and you can catch them as one Pokemon, it doesn't make sense to me. And I think like Pokemon like that lose their charm. Like Phalanx is about the only one that's done it good, where there's multiple of them. And when they evolve, then there's just more. It doesn't make sense. Like they've done it all the way back to Generation 1, and the Pokemon loses some of its charm when it just becomes more of that Pokemon. Because it's like, why does it evolving mean there's more? It doesn't make sense. I don't like it. I don't like this. And then the Calyrex just fusing with the, not fusing, but just riding it is just weird. I'm not a fan of it. Enamorus is turtle form. I'm not a big fan of Enamorus in general. I do like it. That's a turtle. I just think that like introducing a fourth form of or fourth legendary of a squad that no one ever knew about, even in ancient times, and then it just disappears. I don't understand. I'm not too sure why that happened. So I'll put it C tier just because I like turtles. Great Tusk, probably one of, if not the best Paradox form. Actually, I think Roaring Moon might be the best, but Great Tusk. I love Dawn Fan. I'm gonna put it S tier next to Roaring Moon or Soaring Moon, whatever it is. Screamtail. I like more than Jigglypuff. I'll give it a B, but I mean, it's weird that pre-Evos got Paradox forms, but I do like Screamtail, so I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B a lot. The fusion of Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. It's goofy. I do like how Fusion's incorporated it, but like, I mean, it's just them fused together. It's not like what I think could happen with the Paradox forms. I think this one's just a little goofier, but it's still funny. The Shadow Dialga, do I like it more than normal Dialga? I'm gonna have to say no, Is it cool that it's down? I think it loses some of its charm with like the orange. I'm thinking I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it into A actually. Put it back A. I think the orange just loses. You know, the white blue. I think that looks really good, but the orange just makes it lose some of its charm. Something about it. Shadow Mewtwo is cool, but it ain't gonna be anywhere. You know, for it being in a game that is Pokemon Fighters, and that game kind of fell off pretty hard, and they should have added more characters. I'm gonna put it B. It's not me. The fusion between Lusamine and what's its name? Nihilego. Kind of a weird thing. She goes crazy, but I do think the design is pretty dope. Put it B2. Something about it's pretty cool. Shadow Lugia is pretty cool. I never played the Coliseum or Gale of Darkness, something like that. I do think it's. I don't have as much ties to it. I think it's really cool. Don't have as much ties to it as normal Lugia, but I will put it in S tier. So, guys, this is part 2. That is what I ranked the rest of the legendary Pokemons. Here are all of them. I'm gonna go so you can pause. You can pause wherever and see where I ranked each one of these Pokemon. But if you like these two videos, make sure you check out both of them. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Helps me out a whole bunch. Let me know again, what is your favorite Pokemon in the game? It doesn't even have to be in the normal series. If there's like a rare thing that didn't get mentioned, I know there's new ones that haven't been put in this list yet, like the Suicune and the Raikou Paradox forms and the Iron Leaves and Iron Valiant. Those haven't been added in, and the new Monkey or the new Legendaries for the DLCs, but that's because this is a little old. But if you did enjoy this, hit those like and subscribe buttons. But until next time, peace.